Good afternoon and welcome to Biz Tips Live at Noon, episode number 5. Can you believe that? Wow, the weeks are just flying by. My name is Mona Giordano and I am a certified business startup coach, and this is...
Hi, I'm Greta Kishbal, Professor Kishbal.
And we are here to continue on giving you great, valuable, actionable steps if you are thinking about starting up a business. You know, starting up a business is not something that you should take lightly. It's something that you should put a lot of careful planning and strategies into action. So over the past 3 weeks, we have been sharing different things with you, actionable steps. The first one was to discover your why, who you are, what you do, what you have to offer, what makes you set apart from the competition. The next week, we talked about your working style, and Greta made a wonderful form for you. These are all forms that we make available to you, free tools that you can use in this discovery process. So tell them about that, Greta.
That was the form where you could determine what kind of working style you have, and you kind of just fill out the simple questionnaire, and when you added up the numbers, it kind of tell you what type of leader you are.
And then the way that we do it, we provide you the answer key, which again, on a test like that, it's more of an assessment. There's not a right or a wrong answer. It's a discovery tool so that you know what your strengths and your weaknesses are. And we make the answers available to you in a closed group called BIZ Tips Closed Group. On week number 3, we talked about time management. After all, there's only 24 hours in a day. Each one of us has exactly the same 24 hours. And what we're doing with it and how we're using that time makes all the difference in the world when you're thinking about starting your own business.
So we asked you kind of to map out what a typical day looks like, typical 24 hours.
And then to tabulate those hours and figure out how many hours you actually have left to use to work on starting a business. Again, we don't know if you are in the very beginning stages. Perhaps you still have a 9-to-5 job, or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom or a veteran needing to make more monies. It doesn't matter why you're doing it. You know, we want to make sure that you have the correct tools and strategies, the map, to map out your business so that you can be successful. And time management is very, very important in that process. We also talked that week about developing SMART goals. Your SMART goals, the things that you are putting your valuable time to, those SMART goals being specific,
measurable,
actionable,
realistic,
and time-bound. So you want to give yourself deadlines. And, you know, we want to encourage you, dream big in this.
Yes.
You know, the sky is the limit. We don't want to have any ceilings on top of this, but we want you to be very well prepared as you endeavor to go out there and make a lot of money, but more importantly, to reach a lot of people, to serve them and to add value to their life and happiness.
Okay.
The next week, on episode 4, we started to talk about creating that business map. And we actually provided a couple more tools for you. One that Greta created for you is called...
The map?
The map.
We called it your business map.
Business map, that's right. And on that map, she actually provided a little stick figure. I loved this tool, so that you can actually draw your ideal client.
Draw your ideal customer.
Perhaps it's a man age this or that, or a woman age this or that. And so, and then it's kind of a vision board on paper, if you will. Because along with that, I created a tool
that had the beautiful stickies.
That had the stickies on it, that's right. So that you can use the small stickies and place those on your business map, because as time goes on, things change.
You'll make changes and you'll add new stickies, or take a couple down, or continue to add.
That's right. That's right. And your dreams may get bigger, or reality may set in some cases where you have to scale back a little bit. Maybe you have to use items that you have in your startup instead of going out and buying a bunch of new things. You know, there's a lot to this. And again, we want to make sure that you are armed with the proper strategies, with the right directions, the greatest map of following the path of least resistance We also want to help you identify any roadblocks that you may encounter, any detours or setbacks, so that you're not completely derailed when you come against these situations that
we don't waste a lot of time and a lot of valuable money. So.
That's right, because time is money after all. So this week, Greta, we're going to be talking about starting to develop their mission statement.
Okay.
And so why don't we briefly explain to them what that is and how they might go about doing that. And actually, everything that we've had you do so far is actually leading you right up to this step.
So basically, we've asked you to take a look at some of your strengths. We've asked you to take a look at what you're most passionate about. We want to mention our very first episode that what's driving this business idea is your passion.
That's right.
So now take a look at that, and let's put that into some form of what we call a mission statement, is why your business exists. Why are you building this business, and what is it going to exist for?
Exactly. Now, in your mission statement is going to be a short, concise statement of why you exist. Then there's something called a vision statement, and the vision statement is actually more lengthy. It's sort of the how you're going to accomplish this plan, and that vision statement can change from time to time. One way that you can start determining what your mission statement is by evaluating those things that you're so passionate about, looking back at your why. Why were you created on this earth? What is your God-appointed purpose in life? Usually that thing that's inside of you, that fire that burns inside of you, if you tap into that as your vocation, that's where you have the most opportunity to be truly successful, reach the most people, help the most people, and let's face it, make the most money.
Your passion's going to drive that.
That's correct. So that's our encouragement for you today. We want to make sure that you are looking at yourself. I recently went to a Steve Hopper event, and one of the exercises that he gave us, and please forgive me if I get this wrong, I can't find my little book that I wrote it down in, but he had us write down 10 or 15 words, just simple words about ourselves. The thing that we are passionate about, our character style, matters of integrity, things that really describe who we are, and then utilizing those words as part of our mission, because it's truly descriptive of who we are, what we stand for, and what we do. So where are we time-wise here?
Good.
We
want to ask them to do something? We want to ask them now to write down these 10 to 15
That's right.
ideas?
So we want to have you start examining that mission statement, and that's a good starting point, what Steve Hopper suggested, by writing down those 10 to 15 words, using them to start crafting your mission statement. And then your vision statement, that's a personal thing that we're going to ask you to do. Is it mandatory? Absolutely not. Is it recommended? You bet it is, because you want to know, for example, if you're going to go out and change the world, okay? We want to change the landscape of entrepreneurs in America. That's like our big
passion.
Our big passion. But our vision statement for getting that accomplished is by doing Facebook Lives, by doing the Entrepreneur Academy .solutions, by creating online webinars, by networking in person, face-to-face with people. So the vision kind of maps out what your mission is going to accomplish. So we hope that that helps you and gives you some
So we can
guidance.
ask them to put it in the Biz Tips closed group. Maybe if we can ask you to comment to this video, write in the comment section, give us a couple of drafts. Give us a draft and we can give you feedback, or you can just share it with your peers for some feedback.
Exactly, and that's what we had kind of alluded to last week, because we were heading into a holiday. We talked to you on July 4th. That was
to talk to your family.
We said that was the perfect opportunity, while you have all of your friends and family, loved ones together, for you to start putting that business idea out there and getting some feedback. You know, in the very beginning, we told you that this whole thing is a discovery process that you're going through. So that's something that we want to challenge you to continually be doing week after week after week. Keep talking to people, sharing your business idea. Keep checking out who your competition is, what they're doing, and where they are and how much they're charging. All these things are really critical as you start reaching a true decision on whether this is a viable business where you can make a profit. Now, here's what we have for you. All of the tools that we have designed for you thus far are available to you, and this is where you get them. If you go to my website, which is www.monagiordano.com and /contact, because I always forget
That's
that part,
okay.
then you can enter your first name and your email address and then ask what you would like. Week number 1 tool, week number 2, etc.
We'll send you what you need.
And we will send that to you in just a flash. And then the correlating answer keys are going to be in the group that we want to invite you to be a part of. This is a closed group that's designed specifically for you and for us to interact, to encourage, to ask questions. We've been asking you to write comments as we do these videos, and this is where you get those answers to you and supply you with more tools, more encouragement, more education. We're in the process of rolling out a lot of really
there's a lot
exciting
coming up.
things, webinars and e-courses and membership groups and lots of different things. So we hope that you are along with us for the ride, because our intention, let's see, our tagline, okay, we want to help take you from the grand idea to the grand opening. Thank you so much for tuning in to Biz Tips Live at noon. My name is Mona Giordano.
And I'm Professor Greta Kishbach.
And I'm also known as Coach Mona G. I'm a business coach. So we thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the other side.